I welcome all the dignitaries on the stage, please. Good morning, everyone. Entrepreneurs bring with them two powerful assets, ideas and innovation. These simple yet profound elements have the potential to revolutionize the world. For this reason, entrepreneurs are rightfully recognized as the driving force behind a nation's growth. Today marks a special occasion as we gather here to celebrate a significant milestone for Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Harmeet, and it gives me a great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the Institute as we celebrate 43rd Foundation Day of the Institute. With this as a base, I heartily welcome the chief guest of the event, Dr. Pirooz Khambhata ji, Chairman Rasna Group and Honorary Council Journal, South Korea, with us. Since taking over as Managing Director in 1997, Dr. Pirooz has ensured that Rasna becomes a true Make in India brand. He has consistently championed the philosophy of building an Indian brand with a strong focus on inclusive growth, particularly with rural initiatives. A recipient of numerous awards at both corporate and personal levels, Dr. Pirooz's leadership continues to inspire. He is also the founder, trustee, and chairman of the CSR arm of his company, Aris Khambhata Benevolent Trust and Rasna Foundation. Sir, we are honored to have you present today. Our guest of honor, Shri Sunil Anchipakaji, IAS Secretary Industries, is with us today. Sir is the Secretary Industry, Sports, Art and Culture, Government of Goa. He was formerly the Director of Department of Tourism and Managing Director of Goa Tourism Development Corporation Limited. With his dynamic leadership and vision, he has played a key role in promoting Goa's cultural heritage and industrial development. Sir, we welcome you to the campus today. Our two special guests, Shri Dinesh Singh Rawat ji, Chief General Manager and Zonal Head, Ahmedabad Zone, IDBI Bank Limited, Ahmedabad, and Governing Board Member, EDII. He brings with him a distinguished career in the banking sector, marked by decades of leadership, expertise, and impactful contribution to financial services and institutional development. Sir, I welcome you today. Shri B.S. Pai Angleji, Managing Director, EDC Limited, Goa, is with us today. Angleji is a seasoned professional with over 30 years of experience in guiding, supporting, and financing MSMEs in Goa. He currently serves as Managing Director of EDC Limited, a Goa state government financial institution where he has played a key role in significantly transforming its net worth. Sir, we welcome you today to the campus. I heartily welcome Dr. Sunil Shukla, Director General of the Institute. With Sir's visionary leadership, the Institute has achieved new milestones in strengthening entrepreneurship globally, as we all are aware. I welcome Dr. Raman Gujral, Professor and Director, Department of CSR Partnerships, along with Dr. Satya Ranjanacharya, Professor and Director, Department of Entrepreneurship Education, EDII. To mark the opening of the event, I would like to invite dignitaries to kindly light the ceremonial lamp, please.
Please come this side, there is seats are there.
Thank you, dignitaries. May the divine power blesses us all today during the Foundation Day. Let us begin the function with the felicitation ceremony, for which I request Dr. Sunil Shukla to kindly felicitate Dr. Piruz Khambata ji. Thank you. I request Dr. Sunil Shukla to kindly felicitate Shri Sunil Anchipaka ji. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Raman Gujral from EDII to kindly felicitate Shri Dinesh Rawat ji. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Satyaranjan Acharya from EDI to kindly felicitate Shri Angle ji. Thank you, everyone. May I now invite Dr. Sunil Shukla, Director General EDII, for his address.
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Piruz Khambata ji, Chairman Rasna Group, Honorary Consul General South Korea, Guest of Honor Shri Sunil Anchipaka ji, Secretary Industries, Goa, Special Guest Shri Dinesh Singh Rawat, our Honorable Board Member, Shri B.S. Pai Angle ji, Managing Director EDC, my colleagues on the dais, students, former colleagues, program participants, invited guests, representatives from media, and all those who are present on this occasion. It's nice to see the hall filled completely, even on a Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much. Warm greetings to everyone on this important day for EDI when we are turning 43, we have completed 42. It is important not only for the EDI family, but also for the entire fraternity related with entrepreneurship. And we genuinely value the presence of dignitaries, notable guests amongst us on this memorable day. In fact, Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, who was to be with us today at this celebration, had to cancel his plans at the last minute because of the urgent engagements. But Dr. Sawant would be addressing us virtually, for which we are highly grateful to him. His unparalleled support for EDII is commendable. We have an EDII Goa Center, which has become possible only because of the vision and invaluable support of Honorable Chief Minister and his able team of officers from the state government. The chief guest of today, Dr. Piruz Khambata, is a well-wisher of EDII, long-time friend, great proponent of entrepreneurship, at the national level, international level. Every interaction we had with Dr. Khambata, it has been full of learning for us and our students. EDI values our long association. I think he is the only person sitting here who has worked with all the three directors of the institute. And all the directors had full praise for him for all the support that he had extended to EDI and to the fraternity. Thank you, Dr. Khambata, for accepting our invitation and gracing the occasion as the chief guest. I also extend my warm regards and welcome to Shri Sunil Anchipakaji for being with us on this occasion, including us in the Goa growth story and wholeheartedly backing EDII in planning and undertaking entrepreneurial initiatives in the state of Goa. Shri B.S. Pai Angle, Managing Director, EDC Limited of Goa, firmly believes in entrepreneurship principles and development strategies. He is our great advisor, friend, philosopher, and guide in Goa, and we are getting full unconditional support from EDC under his leadership for spreading our activities in Goa for diverse target groups. I also thank one of our esteemed board members, Shri Dinesh Singh Rawat ji, for making it to the event, and he is representing our Honorable President, Shri Rakesh Sharma ji. Shri Rakesh Sharma, MD and CEO of IDBI Bank is EDII's president. While I thank our President, sir, for his vision and direction, Shri Rawat's constant support to EDII is also highly commendable. I also welcome the high level, very, very impressive 16-member delegation from the government of Goa, comprising the senior officials, heads of institutions, and policymakers. I warmly welcome all the esteemed guests. In fact, yesterday we had very interesting discussion with the delegation, finding out what all we can do together in the state and elsewhere. Very, very useful discussions we had yesterday. I also specifically would like to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Director Industries, Shri Chandu sir, amongst the audience. I welcome all the guests on the dais, our alumni, students, program participants. Students, I would like to mention because they have their exams, first year students have their exams starting tomorrow. Still, many of them are present here in large number. Thank you so much for making it. And all the invited guests, former colleagues, media representatives who have taken time on a Sunday to participate in the celebration. Thanks to all and a very warm welcome to each one of you. EDI is a unique institution. It all started with late 70s when GIDC started certain experimental program to demonstrate whether entrepreneurs can be created or not. And since then, lots of experiments were happening. And it was early 80s when EDI, led by our first and founder director, Dr. V.G. Patel, it took the pioneering programs to implement them and to showcase whether entrepreneurs can be created or not. It wasn't very easy, you can understand, because the common myth was that entrepreneurship cannot be created. It is born. And unless you are born in a particular family or the community, you cannot succeed as an entrepreneur. EDI, it was not easy for EDI to break that myth and establish itself through a variety of coaching, training, developmental modules. And because of that, today we can see entrepreneurship not only has been flourishing in the country, but India growth story is being talked about the world over. And not only the new entrepreneurs, those who were created through these programs, but existing entrepreneurs also were benefited from the variety of programs emanating from performance improvement to growth program, through business counseling program, business, non-financial business development support service set, and so on and so forth. Today, as we feel quite happy and satisfied with India's entrepreneurial ecosystem, which has noticeably formed up because of the leadership that our transformational leadership, our Honorable Prime Minister has provided. It was 2016 when Startup India Action Plan was unveiled, and since then there is no looking back. Lots of startups have come to the fore. More than 1.6 lakh registered startups are there, which wasn't the case prior to 2014. Hardly 500 startups were there registered in the country. We have unicorns. We have started talking about unicorns. More than 120 unicorns are there. Lots of students, lots of technocrats, lots of professionals, they have taken plunge in entrepreneurship, encouraged by the policy support and the ecosystem which has grown over the years. And it is important to handhold these entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial individuals by imparting knowledge, skills, understanding of policies, market opportunities in the larger business environment. Against this background, EDI continues to play its role in this space. We also see that today there is a notable convergence of institutions, corporate support, government support to reinforce entrepreneurship. We have been working very closely with various state governments, central government departments, and I acknowledge the support we have been receiving from the government departments and corporates. And because of these efforts, we could establish entrepreneurship as a much research outcome-based discipline that can deliver all-encompassing growth. We have been working right from Ladakh to down south, to Andaman, to Arunachal, to Gujarat, Central India, almost everywhere we are present. At about 40 locations, today EDI has its presence in the country, besides 6 outside country centers. The most striking feature of EDI's growth story has been that it has remained open to market changes and needs. Based on regular research, EDI has been proactively visiting its training models and has made relevant alterations to fit them in the changing environment. This exercise allows the institute to scan the environment periodically and consistently, identify new opportunities, harness time-relevant resources, and envision a new result-oriented curriculum. I'm happy to mention that we recently, our governing board allowed us to follow the 10-year-long business strategy to 2025 to 2035 when EDI turns 50. This business strategy considers new developments and aligns its parameters with the Vikasit Bharat vision to ensure a high-growth, entrepreneurially competent economy. So EDI is here with all its efforts directed towards making the country entrepreneurially ahead and a leader in the world marketplace. Entrepreneurship is exciting and perhaps the only powerful catalyst to attain inclusive and sustainable growth. EDI remains committed to making the country and the state of Gujarat, and of course the state of Goa too, maintain lead on its path. With this, I would like to end because we are eager to listen to all the dignitaries. Jai Hind, Jai Jai Garvi Gujarat. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Like sir mentioned, we are privileged to have the virtual presence of Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, with us today. On the occasion of our Foundation Day, he has graciously shared a special message for the Institute. Let's hear it.
Good morning, friends. I feel happy to be sending this message on the momentous occasion of 43rd Foundation Day of EDII. Let me first compliment President EDII, Sri Rakesh Sharma, the MD and CEO of IDBI Bank Limited, Dr. Sunil Shukla, the Director General EDII, the esteemed EDII Board of Governance, the program participant and student, the EDII family and all the well-wishers of the entrepreneurship. I would have to love to be present on this occasion, but the certain urgency at my end kept me away. Nevertheless, I convey my heartiest congratulations. I credit ADII for making us all believe in the potential of the entrepreneurship, for showing us the how entrepreneurial traits and competence can be learned and adopted. Today, India is pacing at fast on the path of becoming the foremost startup nation under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. And in this, the EDI is significantly contributing. My heartiest compliments to the Institute and its leadership for all the good work. Talking about the Goa, I will say that the people are willing to learn. There is an excellent policy support, investors are getting attracted, and of course, outstanding infrastructure is also the major backbone factor. Goa looks forward to erecting the strong startup-oriented ecosystem that can be work hand in hand with the vision of Vikasit Bharat, Vikasit Gujarat, seeking to accomplish the mandate of Vikasit Goa. I'm glad to mention that EDII, Goa Center for Promoting Entrepreneurship, along with the EDC Limited Goa, is helping us strengthening our competence and create new ones. This center is significantly promoting growth of the new entrepreneurship in a new and upcoming areas, existing MSME, entrepreneurship education and rural development, leading to inclusive entrepreneurship advancement. For setting up of this center, I had reached out to Sri Bhupendra Patel-ji, the Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, to advise the EDII to take up this task. I am grateful to Sri Bhupendra-ji for prompt action and willingness to help. My gratitude to him and the Gujarat state machineries. Also, my compliments to Dr. Sunil Shukla for adopting the proactive role in planning and strategically undertaking the setting up of the center. I commend this effort. Well, the center is completing the 1 year of the successful activities on the 12th March of 2025. So let us all join EDII in envisioning an all-inclusive entrepreneurially strong economy where every citizen participates and makes a rich contribution. Once again, all the very best to Dr. Shukla and his team and EDII. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you. One and all.
Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Sawant, has been a guiding force behind EDI's impactful interventions in Goa. Moving forward, we are privileged to have the presence of Shri Sunil Anchipakat ji today. May I please invite you, sir, for addressing the audience.
On the dais, respected Chief Guest, Dr. Piruz Kambata ji, Chairman Rasna Group, Honorary Consul General, South Korea. Special guest, Shri Dinesh Singh Rawat ji, CGM, IDBI Bank Limited. Shri B.S. Pai Angle ji, Managing Director, EDC Limited, Government of Goa. Shri Sunil Shukla ji, Director General, EDI, Ahmedabad. Shri Raman Gujral ji, Shri Satya Ranjan Acharya ji, EDI, and respected dignitaries, esteemed EDI faculty and staff, honored guests and fellow stakeholders, entire entrepreneurial ecosystem. Good morning to all of you present over here on this momentous occasion of 43rd Foundation Day of Celebration of Entrepreneurial Development of Institute of India. Just recently we heard about our Honorable Chief Minister. His message is very loud and clear. Goa would love to learn from EDI and would love to collaborate with in all aspects, which I would mention in my subsequent messages. So, friends, it is truly honor and privilege to be part of this celebration as part of EDI. As an institution, it has grown immensely and made benchmarks in entrepreneurship capacity building, not only in India, but also across the world. We were particularly inspired by yesterday's presentation by Director General, Shri Sunil Shukla ji. What are the incredible contribution EDI has made, not only in urban areas, but also in rural ecosystem, how to transform rural livelihoods through their capacity building and bringing entrepreneurship in the minds of people. So on this special occasion, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the entire EDI team for their unparalleled contribution to building a robust and inclusive entrepreneurship landscape. Friends, in Goa, we are proud to associate with EDI on multiple fronts that are creating tangible and transformative outcomes. To mention few, we are aware of that Raising and Acceleration MSME program, that is a RAMP scheme of the Government of India. It is one of the flagship schemes of Government of India to support by World Bank. This program is designed to enhance access to markets, finance, improve productivity, and main important environment sustainability and foster innovation and entrepreneurship. The goal is, as we are all aware of that in India, MSMEs contribute significantly in terms of employment, in terms of exports. So MSME, the goal of this scheme is to promote MSME contributions from 35% to 35% of the GDP and exports from precisely from 45% to 50%. So under this RAM scheme, we have been associated with the EDI in terms of two verticals. One is business management training for MSMEs and aspiring entrepreneurs. Second vertical is transforming self-help groups into MSMEs. So these two verticals, EDI has been working tirelessly with the help of of course, Government of Goa. So these two training verticals, it is not just training. Rather, we could see it as a strategic enables to promote at the grassroots level empowerment through business management trainings and EDI conducting sessions across various topics, including project management and financial literacy and digital marketing, government procurement, quality standards, and risk mitigation. These are the very important aspects to start any business in the ecosystem. So simultaneously, the most important thing which we were discussing yesterday also, self-help groups, where Government of Goa is precisely focusing on transforming women's lives. So this vertical, especially self-help group, to making self-help groups into formal ecosystem of MSMEs. This initiative is really we see it as a game changer because it focuses on capacity building and skill enhancement, product orientation, hand-holding support, including marketing and branding. That is what is important to the self-help groups, so that they could earn something, they could transform the entire family. So these are the completely women-led self-help group initiative which Government of Goa is precisely focusing on. I am happy to inform your distinguished audience that we are actively exploring creation of a women entrepreneurship facilitation center in Goa. We believe that with that expertise and commitment of EDI, this can become a truly flagship initiative to mainstream women entrepreneurship and support them with the end-to-end services, as I mentioned, including marketing and branding support. Further, I would like to emphasize the need for comprehensive household survey, which I was discussing yesterday with all the EDI faculty. Goa being a small, tiny state, which consisting of 15.5 lakhs population. So why don't we EDI could make an effort along with the, of course, Government of Goa, so that we could saturate all the households by covering and what are the exactly requirement from the each and every household. What are the entrepreneurship capacity? So this is what we requested yesterday, and EDI is kind enough to coming forward for that initiative. Apart from that, there are Government of India schemes like PMFME, Prime Minister's Formalization of Micro Food Processing Industry Scheme. This is also one of the scheme running by Government of Goa through Industry Department. So where we would love to associate with EDI with the so that EDI can play pivotal role and they could bring their expertise and they could bring their class learnings to the Government of Goa, so that we could reach out to the effective and beneficiaries. That's what we are because they are already associated with I think Government of Gujarat here. So apart from that, we do have a startup policy. So yesterday, entire discussion we were discussing about what are the various incubation centers, how do we innovate, how do we get the marketing support, how do we get funding support, and various aspects we were discussing. So this is the one arena where we would love to associate, so that our more startups could become one of the unicorns. That is what we are aspiring. Apart from that, we are aware of that Gujarat Hastakala Setu project. This is one of the important project where EDI has taken up with the Government of Gujarat. In similar manner, we have in Goa, we have robust artisans, traditional, because Goa, if you could see, it is a traditional blend of Europe and Indian architecture. If you could, because it more than 450 years ruled by Portuguese. So in south to north, we could see various types of artisans, and it is completely unique culture altogether. So we would love to associate with EDI, so that how do we promote their marketing? Yesterday only we have seen in one of their stalls where self-help group members, whatever they are producing, it is directly they are benefiting. That's how EDI has been supporting through various, of course, technological partners like Accenture. So in similar manner, we would love to involve EDI so that how do we benefit our self-help group members? How do we benefit our traditional artisans? This is what we would love to explore. So like that, friends, we as a government, we believe it is an era of governance where government alone cannot do everything. Rather, we would love to associate with the various academia, women, of course, and various industry and NGOs, various civil society organizations. Of course, main important thing is capacity building institutions like EDI. So with these are the various important key stakeholders to promote entrepreneurship and at the same time reach out to the unreachable areas, especially in far-flung areas and rural areas. So this is where we would love to rope in EDI so that we could support our Goan local people. So with this key short note, once again on behalf of the government of Goa, I once again extend my congratulations for all EDI faculty members on this 43rd glorious years and continuous support and collaboration in this transformation journey of EDI institutions. Once again, I congratulate each and every faculty members of EDI and thank you. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Shri Dinesh Singh Rawat ji for addressing the audience.
Good afternoon, dear all. Honorable guests on the stage, on the dais, respected faculty members of EDI, and all the invited guests and the students of EDI. It's a real pleasure and honor to be on this particular dais on this occasion of 43rd anniversary, 43rd foundation day of this particular privileged institute. And I, on behalf of my MD and CEO and President of EDI, would like to congratulate all the team members of EDI on this 43rd Foundation Day. And I would also like to personally appreciate and congratulate the dynamic and energetic leader, Director General Dr. Sunil Shukla, on this particular day. We have been seeing a lot of transformation and this growth journey of this EDI for a long time. A lot of industrialists have been associated. And it's a real honor to be in this particular place and being a member of this particular institute, seeing the transformation that this particular institute has been doing from a journey where it was believed entrepreneurs cannot be groomed to a journey where it is being associated by different departments, organizations and different corners. And I also had a personal privilege to see a lot of artisans also being groomed and taken up to a level, and what Shri Sunilji IAS mentioned, the people from migrating and upgrading these people of small people to the MSME segment, from handicrafts to MSME. So this is the privilege that this country is getting on behalf of the team members of EDI. My best wishes, my heartiest congratulations on this 43rd Foundation Day. And may this continue and prosper, and may this institute support a lot of more upcoming entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now the moment we all have been waiting for. Let us put our hands together and welcome the chief guest of the event, Dr. Pirooz Khambata ji, for his address, please.
Good afternoon. And the good news is I am not going to come much in between us and the lunch. So I will stick to my 20 minutes. So, guest of honor, Sri Sunil Achipaka, IAS Secretary Industries Goa. Special guest Sri Dinesh Singh Rawat. Special guest Sri B.S. Pai Angle. Sunil sir, Raman sir, Satya sir. It's a great honor to be here on this 43rd Foundation Day. And at the onset, I would like to congratulate all of you associated with CII on this day. Obviously, this cannot be possible without remembering the blood, the sweat of the founding fathers of Institute. And I do believe Foundations Day is the main focus should be Imagine that in those days, what they faced to create what we are sitting and enjoying today. So obviously, I will have to praise Dr. Vijay Patel, Professor Avasthi, whom obviously both I knew personally, and many other professors and many other government officials, people from IDBI, many financial institutions who created this institute in front of us today. And I'm sure hundreds more years would go. But important thing is today, let me tell you, EDIA has already made the mark, not only in India and the world. Gujaratis are known for entrepreneurship, and I think it is so nice that one of the most premier institutes on the world in entrepreneurship has come out from Gujarat. That's how I look at it. And you said rightly that those were the days when it was said that you cannot create entrepreneurs and it comes from the blood. Now the reverse is happening. The people creating from the blood don't want to become entrepreneurs. And the real grassroots entrepreneurs are coming from the institutes like this. So the whole cycle has become reversed. So that is, I think, the highlight of today's generation. Chalo, today I don't think I'm going to speak much about that, but when I was going to come here, I thought let me prepare something which would be of interest to a lot of people here. And the most topical topic today, and I would like to spend some time there, is the fact that we are working towards Viksit Bharat. And when we are working towards Viksit Bharat, entrepreneurship is very important. And in this entrepreneurship journey, I do believe that institutes like EDI have a huge role to play. So how your help, let us look at it this. EDI has touched almost 2 lakh lives a year of the people by various causes. EDI has footprint from Leh to Kanyakumari, from Arunachal Pradesh to Bhuj. 6 centers, Rwanda is one, Namibia is the one coming up. India, we have tie-ups in almost all the states. We have worked with entrepreneurship in rural areas. We have been EDI promoting GI. You have an exponential learning center in Karnataka. I would also like to congratulate on the Goa initiative, which we just heard about. And last but not the least, all these post-graduate programs which you have been conducting. So when we say Viksit Bharat, the journey is complete with the participation of institutes like EDI. And I should thank EDI for the same. Now, let me talk of the opportunities. And for me, the number one opportunity I see today here is the geopolitical shift happening in the world, honestly. A lot of people talking trade wars and they are saying what will happen. I'm saying this is the best thing which could have happened to India. And honestly, it's a realignment of the world order, so to speak. And I don't think it could have come at the right time for a country like India, which has been growing as it has been growing in the past few years, especially after COVID. And I'm not a politician, but let me praise the politicians and our Prime Minister, our Industry Minister, our Finance Minister. They have placed India in a very unique position in the world. And let me tell you, if some country can get the full benefit of this geopolitical shift, it is going to be India. And why? I'll tell you also, very clearly. Maybe they say that short term there will be some companies exporting to America would have a problem. Obviously, the tariffs will increase. But what is that trade? This much? Now let us look at the big picture. That 50% of anything made in the world is made in China. 50%. Even if we get 10% of that, we are 5%. Right now we are 2%. So we become double. And in my mind, there is a clear demonstration that in items like mobiles, it has already happened. Cars, it has already happened. So I'm saying if we can see, and there are many examples, right? So if it can happen in 2-3 sectors, it can happen in all sectors. So imagine that I'm saying that in the world order, we can play a very significant role in manufacturing where we always wanted to be. We have been a leader in services, but I always have said, and this platform, many platforms, that India has to get into manufacturing, agriculture, process, and that's where I think is our future. And this actually helps us. Now, what is needed to accelerate it, if you ask me honestly, is we need to be part of this new world, for which we need to have clear, faster trade arrangements with all partners. Now, whom we should partner with? Should we partner with a Thailand or a Vietnam or a China? Or should we partner with a India, with a USA, with a Europe or a Australia or a Dubai? I do believe we should partner with the consuming places, not our competitors themselves who manufacture by simple logic. In the past, what we have done, we tied up with Thailand, we tied up with Bangladesh. What happened? We killed ourselves. We killed our textile, we killed our air conditioner, we killed our toy industry. If we partner with Dubai, what happened? We gained. We became the manufacturing destination. With Australia, we have gained. Similarly, we can gain with US. But I think people have to give full support to the government. Of course, there will be a little hitch here, some small industries, but overall we will gain. Now let me give an example of in my own industry of a dairy sector. People say dairy, agriculture, we should not open up. But why not? On the contrary, if we open up, look at the benefit that India can be the dairy to the world. We can feed the world. And slowly it can be in phases. I'm not saying open up everything. But let us say in dairy, we open up the value-added sector, the cheeses, the protein powders, and the high-ended products. And they also sell, taking our rasgullas and our high-ended products, paneers. And imagine what will happen. I can tell you, a protectionist attitude will never make India a global player. An open attitude would, and I would encourage people sitting in this room, we are all today, everybody has a mobile and everybody has 50 to 5,000 followers, and we all have to spread the message. So the message in my mind we should spread is, let us take the let us support our government in tying up these treaties very quickly, because I think they will help India, is my first feeling. And in terms of exports, the opportunities are always two. One is you can make for some other brand, and I don't believe there is nothing wrong in it. And that is probably the easy way out. Today the Walmarts of the world, the Targets of the world, the Amazons of the world, they have brands and they want Indians to make, because they also want to diversify from other countries. Huge opportunity. And I do believe youngsters sitting in this room can take this opportunity, be in these countries, do these tie-ups, have your own industries, and I believe that is the way clearly going forward. Now let me talk of the other opportunities. Other than this new trade opportunities I am seeing, I am looking at the opportunity of sustainability. Wherever I go, today everybody wants an option. Say, let us say paper cup, paper plastic, simple example I'm giving, or an organic fertilizer, or a EV vehicle. So I believe huge amount of work is going in that, and I think the government across the world are supporting any initiative which is taken, which helps sustainability. And I definitely believe that there is a huge opportunity in upcoming entrepreneurship on sustainability. Second, I believe that the 50% of the country lives in rural areas, so our startups and our entrepreneurship cannot be only in the urban centers or cannot be only in areas to do with IT. We need to definitely go into the rural areas. We need to ensure grassroots agro entrepreneurship. And that's where I think institutes like EDI have a huge role to play. Even the governments have a huge role to play. We need to set up smaller centers there. We need to equip the farmer's son to get into processing. So you make your food, but you will not make money from making agriculture. You will make money from value adding to it. It can be primary, secondary. And that knowledge of getting value-added product made in the field is much more important today for the country. You will say, Mr. Gambata, that is a very small thing. I am saying, and I agree with our Union Minister when he said, startups, if they become just service providers to have rich man have his food in 10 minutes is not important. Startups which are possibly giving solutions which can help in nation building is important. And to that extent, the agricultural interventions definitely are very important. Then we talk to a very linked topic of this grassroots innovation. Honestly, before this जुगाड़ attitude, कुछ बना देंगे, copy कर देंगे, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ पे इसको adjust कर देंगे, that was very nice because that was a different world. Today, entrepreneurship cannot thrive. You can easily say, I will take something, copy something and do, but that you'll get probably some business. But that is not big business. Big business is when you own the IP, when you own the idea. And that is where I think we all have gone wrong. Foreign companies, they make money in owning the IP, owning the technology and getting others to make. We are happy making something. So how do we ensure that we start putting monies into technology, youngsters start working? I don't want to first work on the business model. First, let me make my product or service 100% innovative. If I do that, even if I spend 5 years extra in that, whole lifetime I am the owner. Nobody can copy me. And I think that is the importance of patents. And there are so many datas, and I just really don't like to talk about data, but it's true that in India we are very, very lax in filing patents. protecting our IPs. Others are very fast. So many things have been invented in the country, but we didn't protect it. Somebody else protected it after copying it from us. So I somehow believe that that is an area, innovation, R&D, protecting it, which need to work. I did mention about agri, but I have to mention about importance of social entrepreneurship also, because that is also equally important. Have solutions which can help the poor, have solutions which can help the disabled, have solutions which can help the country, water, safety, sanitation. This huge debate is there, and what will happen, AI, robotic. I somehow believe there is no point wasting your time on debates, honestly, because AI has to come, robotic has to come, or technology has to come. Let us accept it instead of debating it and trying to say, no, bhai, nahi aane wala. I think let us embrace it. It will only help us in achieving our goals faster. And I would encourage the youth to really do this and take this in a very big way. When I am here, if you only talk of opportunities, Viksit Bharat and the new world order, and don't talk of something which is very important I am going to say now, I will be wrong. So when I thought what to talk, I could have talked on why entrepreneurship, what are the benefits of entrepreneurship. Congratulate you and all some students here who have thought of entrepreneurship vis-a-vis getting into something else. But I am going to now talk about why you should not be an entrepreneur. Because sometimes it is very important to know why not also. Think what I am saying. If you are taking a travel decision, why I should go to some country is easy. Why you should not go to some country also is important. So I believe why you should not be an entrepreneur is the 5 points. And if you think of this, it will help you in your career. And this is more for the youth who are still at the crossroads of thinking, should I become an entrepreneur or not. Number 1, if you believe that you don't want to take a risk and you have a fear of losing, don't be an entrepreneur. You are much better in a good, nice company. Entrepreneurship comes with the biggest problem, and that is the risk of failure. And it can happen to anybody. It is not a failure of money. Money failure is still easy because you have taken money, you have failed. But then your neighbor knows you have failed, your family knows you have failed, and that is a little bit in your mind. But please appreciate, the other way to look at it is that everybody who has succeeded has failed. So you fail, you succeed. So if you are going to be clear that yes, I am willing to take risks, I am willing to fail, I am willing to risk my money, I am willing to risk my whatever, then it is good for you. Number 2 is the fear of government regulations. Let me be honest, there are government people on this room. The government is doing ease of doing business, 10 things will ease, 100 things will become more complicated. This is the way it works. You like it or not. 4 rules come ho jayenge, 40 rules बढ़ जाएंगे. They'll say we'll decriminalize 10 laws, they'll put 10 more criminal laws. So it is all same. So honestly speaking, if you think this government regulation, paperwork, all this is not my piece of cake, sab jungle hai, it's not to be, because this is, I think you will have to wade through it. Number 3 is the uncertainties of this world order which I just now mentioned. I think you have to be very clear. You have to find opportunities within these type of things, which I already mentioned. Next is this hota hai, chalta hai attitude, which I do believe is today creeping up. It is not for entrepreneurs like us. No. We have to be perfect in what we do. Hota hai, chalta hai is good for working. But entrepreneurship, you put your own money. You have to be very, very careful that you will have to ensure perfection in what you do, whatever you do, Mark. And last is this whole debate, so much time was wasted on it, work-life balance. Now, I have not understood this because 10 successful people, maybe 2 doctors I meet, 2 engineers, 2 politicians, all the successful people, businessmen, ask them how many hours you work. If you do an average, it will be average 10 to 12 hours a day. How many hours a week? 70 plus. And there are proponents of saying we should only work 40, 50. But that you can't get success with that number. And family will also respect you if you get success. And to get success, this is the amount of work you have to do, blood and toil. Do you think any big man, an army man or a politician, anybody has achieved what he has achieved with 7 hours of work or seeing the clock and working? Forget the clock. You wake me up at 2 o'clock in the night and say, Mr. Kambhat, XYZ thing has to be done. I'll say, yes, ready, start, go. So that is, I think, so today's youth, please be clear, success cannot come by looking at the work. This work-life balance is a good idea for people who are rich, who are about to retire, or people living in the so-called developed nations. It is not good for us. Let us work and toil. And I tell everybody nowadays, even doctors say if you work and toil, there are less chances of mental disease also. If you don't work, there are more chances. And then let me come to my 2 pet topics, which I will have to spend 5 minutes each. And that is recently, we have this big controversy some startup took money and diverted it. This is not new. People have taken money for machines and routed through Mauritius, made money in Mauritius. Now all these black sheep, people have taken money and run away. They know, so that is not my point. I say why it is happening, because in institutes like this, you teach value creation, valuation, you teach how to make money, you teach entrepreneurship, but the basic tenets of being a good person is not being taught. Today we are thinking in right from school to fail, pass ho jana, copy karke bhi I don't mind, but pass ho jana. That is the culture happening. You break a line, no problem. You go ahead, break a line. Somewhere or the other, I think the message has to come from people like us that no, this is right, this is wrong, and if you on the side of wrong, you will always be in trouble. And if not today, you will be tomorrow. In today's world, if not today, tomorrow. Forget next life and all that. I am not a preacher. And honestly, that problem would be such higher that you will not be able to come out ever in your life. It is better to bite less, chew better, and digest. Think what I am saying. A lot of people tell me, Mr. Kambata, this is that, and I go away. I am very happy. So honestly speaking, this whole idea that we should work with an internal, what I call code of conduct. Some people call it corporate governance, some people call it our own constitution. I somehow believe only one thing. Whatever you do, just pause and think, are you doing the right thing? Pause. And then answer will come on its own. And second, this whole idea of greed. I have personally studied. I am giving live example without names. Young startups who do, with great toil, they achieve a turnover of 10-20 crores. Very good. That is their good journey. After that, they start getting greedy. What? So they come to investors, they want 100 crores, 500 crores, and then they have related party transactions, they take a huge salary, they do this, they do that. And there are enough financial advisors, instead of telling them no, even support them because they also make money. So I somehow believe that this has to end, because what is happening is this whole startup system is getting killed and by this. The good people who want to borrow will not be able to get borrowed. They will not get funds, they will not get security. So I believe the biggest role is here is not only this what I am telling you that we should have this code ourselves, but of the internal auditors also, the independent directors also. They have a huge role to play to ensure that these things are not happening. Last, I definitely would want that institutes like you should develop a whole curriculum, case studies. You always tell the good things, what happened, honestly. ये देखो ये success हो गया. आप ये जो भांडे फुट रहे हैं उसके भी case study बताओ. So kids know what they are wrongly should not be doing. You please study this also, and what implications it had on the lives of the families. And then the last and my pet topic, and which I tell everybody in every forum, is that honestly I believe we have been born in this country, and I think all our actions should be for our country only. Honestly, I believe. So I am not a proponent. I go to a college and they say, like for example, we have a trust and young boys come and they say we want money, give us scholarship. I give scholarship. But they want to do scholarship for what? Doing air hostess training abroad. I said no need. Why is it need? Or study XYZ. I do believe there is enough thing in India, enough education in India, enough good institutes. These boys are going there just to have a better life, to forget their family responsibilities, social responsibilities, country responsibilities. I am very clear. So I am very clear that you are born in this country. You should spend your time, effort, make money, live a good life, but in the end, ensure that you, with your action, make this country proud and prosperous, and also do better for your own neighbors, for all countrymen. It is easy to sit in a coffee table and say, India में तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला. भाई तूने क्या किया पहले वो बता देना इंडिया के लिए. फिर बात कर. And that is, I think, we should be part. We don't think this country building is only the job of politicians or something bureaucrats. No, it is our part. And honestly, we Parsis have always believed that we are trustees of society, and how together we can work for the betterment of ourselves, our brothers, our nation, especially people who are not as lucky as us. Let us work for their upliftment. That is, I believe. And I am so lucky that I am in industry, because as industry, I get a full chance to do so. And that is why in associations and in my own company, I am spending more money on foundations, On CSR activities, in government also when I'm interacting, I'm more working on giving policies and suggestions to them that how, in food processing for example, but by our interventions, the people living in the rural areas can gain. Thank you very much for inviting me here, and it is always a pleasure to come here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Satya from EDI for delivering the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. Respected Director General, Dr. Sunil Shukla sir, Chief Guest Pirooz Khambata ji, Chairman of Rasna Group and Honorary Consul General of South Korea, Gujarat Chapter. Guest of Honor Sri Sunil Achipaka, IS Secretary Industries, Government of Goa. Special guest Sri Dinesh Singh Rawat ji, Chief General Manager, Zonal Head, Ahmedabad, IDBI Bank and Governing Board Member of EDI. BS Pai Angle ji, Managing Director, EDC Limited, Goa. Esteemed colleagues on the dais, faculty members, students, alumni, entrepreneurs, startups, and all the dignitaries. It is both a privilege and profound honor to deliver the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion of 43rd Foundation Day of Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. Today, it is much more than a celebration. It is a tribute to the journey that we have all undertaken, the values that we have upheld, and the unwavering commitment that has shaped EDI into a beacon of entrepreneurial excellence. It's a day to remind our legacy, honoring the founding vision, the lasting impact of this institution, the dynamic ecosystem that we have created of students, faculty, alumni, partners who drive to take this mission of entrepreneurship forward, reflecting on our achievements, realigning our purposes, and setting bold new goals that what you're going to achieve in the next 10 years. Expressing heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to this ongoing growth and making it more relevant. This year's celebration is very much significant that we all talk about that should be a synergy between government, academia and the industry, and you can find on the dais that's a whole combination. We're talking about the government support, we're talking about how the industry works, and the academic like EDI, what we should do so that we can promote a lot for promoting more startups and entrepreneurs in this country. At the beginning, I would like to thank Dr. Shukla sir, our Director General, for the enlightening address that he beautifully traced the Institute's evolutions and the legacy. Sir, your visionary leadership continues to steer EDI towards an academic excellence, innovation, and making it both nationally and internationally relevant. First and foremost, our gratitude to Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, for his encouraging virtual message and continuing association with EDI's initiative that reinforces the symbolic relationship between entrepreneurship and regional development and to contribute towards the Bikasit Goa. We, to our guest of honor, Sri Sunil Achipakaji, IS, sir, thank you for your visionary remark and the championship policies that nurture industrial and entrepreneurial ecosystem across the state of Goa and how EDI can contribute in terms of promoting the, to the RAMP, to the PMFME, and how to make our SSG as a small and medium enterprises. I would like to thank Sri Dinesh Rawat ji, our the special guest, for the support and strategic guidance as a governing board member on behalf of IDBI that we are working on this direction. I'd like to thank the members, Sri B.S. Pai Angle ji, for the encouragement and the collaborative spirit and strengthening entrepreneurship Goa and beyond, and also Dr. Raman Gujral ji, the Director of Department of CSR Partnership, for his commitment and impactful contribution towards broadening the EDI's role. I'd like to thank our Chief Guest, Sri Dr. Pirooz Khambata ji, for the gracious presence and thought-provoking insight. Sir, your reflections on resilience, innovation, entrepreneurial purpose are truly inspiring and reaffirmed our shared vision of entrepreneurship as a tool of national development. And this current geopolitical situation, how we should be more open-minded, will be more productive, how we can look into the sustainability, how we can look for the social entrepreneurship, how we should prioritize intellectual property so that we can create products based on this innovation. So you talked about the fear of failure, fear of government, looking for how we can look for opportunities, how we should be more committed, and also the whole debate on work-life balance and how we should be more ethical and contribute a lot for this growth of this country. Sir, your suggestion to create case studies that will certainly take care and will try to develop so that we can work a lot, sir. Thank you to all dedicated Department of EDI, Administrations, Accounts, ICPR, Director General's Office for their seamless contribution and behind-the-scene effort that made this event a grand success. Every member of the EDI family played a vital role in bringing this celebration to life. Some of them are here in physical and some of them are online across India, and they are part of this whole celebration. Your hard work and unity exemplify the spirit of collaboration and define our institution. We also extend our gratitude to the media partners for their valuable support in capturing and sharing the essence of this special occasion and these audiences. To all the participants of EDI, the members from the Goa, the students of NICM, the women entrepreneurs, the participants of various EDI's initiatives, our artisan community, guests, thanks for your presence and enthusiasm and engagement. This celebration would not have been the same impact without your involvement. As we mark the 43rd year of excellence, let's commit to EDI's for founding vision, where entrepreneurship is not just a career path, but a powerful movement driven by innovation, inclusivity, and ethical leadership. Thank you all being part of this memorable day. Let's move forward together with renewed passion and shared purpose as we write the next chapter of EDI's inspiring journey. Thanks a lot. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Please rise for the national anthem. Thank you everyone for joining for the event today. I invite all the guests for having lunch at the campus. Thank you. All are invited for lunch. Yes, sir.
So I think the arrangement is outside. Please join.